Hi, this is Dale Caffey with more of the great things happening at the Waco Independent School District. I'm on the campus of Waco High School, home of the Lion Pride, and I'm with some students here who are part of the AVID program. This is Yulissa Lopez and Michaela Outland, and then we have two assistant principals, Daphne Latchison and James Stewart, and we're talking about the AVID program because it results in some great things. Namely, you can see the wall behind us. It has more than 60 letters of acceptance for the students, the class of 2015 here at Waco High School, from colleges from throughout the state as well as throughout the nation, and we're very proud of that fact. Daphne, let's start out by talking to the parents at home about what AVID's all about. They may not know what it does or what it means, so talk generally about AVID.
Okay, AVID stands for Advancement via Individual Determination. Within that particular program, students get excited about college. They do extensive college research that are aligned to their likes and interests. So they start that from the actual first course of AVID, and then they continue that all the way until they graduate. AVID is not a standardized course like your core curriculum. So in that, they have a built-in tutoring program, and we have Baylor tutors that actually come in twice a week and help our AVID students solve their greatest problems that that lie within their coursework. So, and AVID is their family within a school, so they're very close-knit.
Very good. James, talk a little bit more about AVID and when the students first come in August, and then when they finish in May, and talk about the change that they undergo.
There's a lot of transformation and maturity that takes place, because a lot of times in their freshman year, they're just learning some of the basic components, how to take notes, how to keep an organized folder together, doing those binder checks, and learning how to do, the Socratic seminars, the philosophical cheers. There's a lot of different things that are involved in the AVID program, and then they take that foundation that they got in the freshman year, and then they build upon it the sophomore year, junior year, and then by the time they're seniors, they're getting ready for the ACT and the SAT test and preparing to write those letters for colleges and getting the result that we have on this wall as far as those letters coming back from those colleges and getting accepted. And most of the time it's multiple colleges, and they get to pick and choose and say, you know what, this school has a better degree plan for me, and I can choose that. So you get to see the maturation process from their freshman year all the way up to their senior year. And those students that start in it, or they begin the program in their freshman year, you just see that transformation take place as they move ahead. So.
And Daphne, why don't you talk a little bit about the study habits that develop among these students from year to year? They become great studiers.
They do. Usually when we get our incoming freshmen in, they have no clue what the study process looks like, right. So, and then as they mature, in order to be in the program, a part of the application process, we require them that they study at least 2 hours a night, not just 2 hours on math or 2 hours on war history, but 2 hours, collectively. And so in the AVID program, they teach them what that looks like. This is how you go through the study process from the beginning to the end.
And James, let's talk about the end result of AVID. Ultimately, it's those letters behind us that we're looking at on the wall right now, and that's what it's all about. And talk about the pride that you have when you look at the number of letters for this class of 2015.
Well, the prideful thing about it is that once you see those students that maybe struggled in the beginning, and you see that process and the transformation, this is the end result. So especially when you've been on the campus since 2008, and you've seen these students grow, and you're like, man, what is going to happen to this child when you see them that freshman year? Especially when you talk, like myself, I taught a freshman class, and it's like, man, I hope they find it in themselves. And as Latchison mentioned earlier, it's all about individual determination. And one of those, as they learn those wicker strategies, about the writing, the inquiry, collaboration, organization, and reading, as they learn those different strategies and they begin that transformation process, it excites us as administrators and educators to see the end result, because a lot of times you get to that graduation, it's like, wow, that kid, and that's the thing that keeps us in the industry and in education, that's the reason why we stay in it, is because we want to see those kids develop grow and become mature young adults as far as women and men, and be successful citizens in our city and state.
And one more fact about AVID, it's an elective, right? It's an elective, so the kid, the student has to want to be there, and because number one, he wants to be there, and you want him to be successful.
Correct. And those are the things that they have to go through. They understand they have to go through the interview process. They understand that this is something that they're choosing. I love now that we're getting the 8-period day next year, and that will be a big help, because now you have those kids that are taking other electives as far as athletics, band, and they will be able to continue to stay in AVID. They won't have to choose between one and the other, and they'll still be able to get that support to get them ready for the next level and going into higher education.
And Daphne, finally, for the most part, once a child is in there as a freshman, do they tend to stay? I know you probably lose some along the way, but for the most part, once they're in there as a freshman, are they pretty consistent?
Absolutely. They tend to stay the entire course of their 4 years. Yes, sir.
Very good, very good. We're going to talk to some students now who have benefited from the AVID program here at Waco High School. First of all, this is Michaelia Outland. I remembered your name. How about that? Have you been in AVID all 4 years?
Well, actually, our freshman year wasn't allowed for freshmen, so we got recommended our 10th grade year, so I've been in it 3 years.
Very good. What has AVID meant to you?
It's actually a really good class. It taught me like organization skills, because at my freshman year, as Coach Stewart said, I was not organized at all, and it just helped me like stay on track and learn how to take notes and just get better study habits.
Very good. Have you been accepted to a college?
I was accepted to MCC, Sam Houston, and Tarleton, so I'm going to be attending Sam Houston in the fall.
Very good. Sam Houston, what are your career goals?
I want to be a psychologist and then become a counselor here, and I actually want to come back to Waco High.
Wow, you're going to get a psychology degree, become a counselor, and you want to come right back here.
Yes, sir.
How great is that? Why is that your goal?
Because I love our program, and I love the students here, and I love our teachers, and I feel like we have a great program. We just need better teachers to come help us.
Very good. Michaelia, thank you so much, and congratulations.
Thank you.
And this is Yulissa Lopez. And Yulissa, I'm going to ask you a lot of the same questions. Have you been a continuous AVID student for the past, 3 years?
Yes, sir. I actually joined my junior year, so I was recommended the program. It's a great program in a classroom environment, and so I loved it since the start. Coach Murphy was my initial teacher, and she helped us tremendously. It's our junior year, and I didn't know the importance of focusing on your career and your goals in life until I joined the program, and ever since I've stayed, because it's really benefited me and the people around me.
Okay, well, part of the things you do too is learn good study habits. Did you find that the study habits helped you make even better grades as a junior and then as a senior?
Absolutely. Prior to entering AVID, I didn't have any form of studying or organizing my studies and homeworks, anything that I had to do school-wise, and they just showed us how to do note-taking skills, organization, how to keep a binder, how to keep your goals organized even. They pushed us to complete applications and all of that, so it's been of great benefit. I've learned lots of organizational skills.
Very good. And Yulissa, tell us about your future plans.
I want to go to Texas State and then pursue my bachelor's degree in communication disorders, and then I want to continue, hopefully at Texas State, a master's, and I want to become a speech pathologist and help kids out.
Wonderful goal. Yulissa and Michaelia, congratulations to both of you, and best of luck on your future in college. And Daphne and James, thank you for what you do for the students here. And this is all about a great program called AVID. Parents, if you want to know more about AVID, make sure to give one of these two great assistant principals here at Waco High School a call. This is Dale Caffey reporting from Waco High School, where there are learners today, leaders tomorrow.